All right, good evening, everybody. I am Lisa Dunlap, the nursing prep instructor here at the LISD Tech Center, and thank you for coming. This is our second annual Certified Nurse Aid Pinning Ceremony. So please welcome LISD Tech Center Superintendent Mark Haig.
Good evening. Well, we almost had a nice problem, and that's running out of chairs in the back there. So we're pleased all of you could come out this evening. This is really a great accomplishment, and you're going to hear more about that as the ceremony in the evening goes on. If you're not that familiar, I imagine if these youngsters, young adults in the front are in your household, you probably have a little better idea what they've been up to, but for some other friends and family that are here tonight, you may not know everything that goes into their accomplishment. I'll save that for the experts here in a little bit to talk a little more about, but first of all, we do want to celebrate this accomplishment. Last count, and I say it that way, the list kept growing on me. I believe we're at 27 this evening that'll receive their Certified Nursing Assistant certification. A lot of you probably are familiar. We have a number of programs here that work towards or earn certificates, which we're proud of all of them, but I will say I have kind of a special I guess, soft spot, you could say, for the ones that are in the human service areas like this. I really can't think of a career path where you can do more good for people with a starting point here with the Certified Nursing Assistant. So, upon reflecting a little more this afternoon, I think the other reason this is one of my favorites is each year I come a little closer to needing your services. So, but in all seriousness, a lot of you probably know, and certainly our young adults here have experienced some of this. You know, you're often serving people at some of their darkest time or their family's darkest time. So just remember that you serve as a light oftentimes for those folks. Now, it may not always feel like it. Probably every patient's not the most receptive, or maybe even not always the most friendly. I see some giggles in the front. There must be stories I don't know of yet, but just understand that in the heat of the moment, if you will, it may seem that way, but you do a lot for them, and not just your services. They really do appreciate you and everything you do. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Sheila Brugger, who's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to get the ceremony going.
Please join me standing as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Debbie Blaker, the Certified Nurse Aid Instructor here at the LISD Tech Center, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker this evening, Sandy Place. She has been a registered nurse who's practiced over 40 years here in Lenawee County. She has served in critical care, mental health, and long-term care here. And she has been the Director of Nursing in 3 of our long-term care facilities, including Magnum Care, Lenawee County Medical Care Facility, and the Adrian Dominican Sisters. It is our honor to have you here tonight, Sandy. Please come in.
Congratulations for being brave enough to accept the responsibility to make a difference with your touch and with your voice. We've been waiting for you. We need your spirit, your compassion, we need your dedication to be an extraordinary member of our healthcare team. The Tech Center is known for fostering students to become amazing caregivers. I know because I've hired several Tech Center CNAs. For some of you, this career will be hard because you don't know yet why it's so important. You'll figure it out. Being a caregiver is a physically and mentally exhausting career. The pay is reasonable, but this is not a career that you can do just for the paycheck. You spend too much time at your job to be miserable the night before you go to work. Be sure you look forward to going to work at a place where you know you make a difference. When you provide care to a patient, you need to ask yourself, would this be good enough for my family? You will have lots of experiences you will remember. You will remember who trained you. You will remember the patient that wouldn't give up the clipboard that they snatched from the nurse's station. You will remember your first patient that passed away. And you will remember when you figured it out. We have a COVID unit. Fortunately, it's closed now, but for a couple years ago, it was full. I was called to the COVID unit because a sister had passed away. I entered the unit after I gowned up. 2 nursing assistants were standing at the sister's bedside with their mask, gloves, face shield, isolation gown, head and foot covers. They looked like they were ready for surgery. I bent down and placed my stethoscope on the sister's chest and listened for a minute for a heartbeat. After what seemed like forever, I stood up and said, "She's gone." One of the CNAs said in a quivering voice, "She had Cheetos today." She loved Cheetos. Her face shield was fogged by her tears. You will make a difference. Another day, Sister Mary was upset. She was a 92-year-old sister from the Dominican Republic. Sister Mary was thin, had curly, short gray hair. She was sitting in her wheelchair facing the window and had a tight grasp on her rosary, and she was crying. I entered the room with a veteran aide and her new orientee. The orientee said, "Sister, what's wrong?" Sister didn't answer. The veteran aide bent down on her knees, looked right into Sister Mary's eyes and said, "What's wrong, Sister?" Sister turned to the aide and said, "Where's my mother? She said she was coming today." Without missing a beat, the aide said, "Tell me about your mom. Was she a good cook?" Sister said, "Oh, yes, she was. She made the best cream peas." Both the aides wrinkled up their noses. Sister went on to say, "She let me wear her yellow apron, and I would always sit on the blue stool." "She sounds like a great mom," encouraged the aide. "Let's get ready for lunch, and you can tell me what else she cooked beside cream peas." Sister nodded, and they went off. You will make a difference. You owe it to your family, to the Tech Center, and you owe it to yourself to become the best you can be. We need your voice, and we need your gifts. Yes, it takes a special person to be a caregiver, and I am willing to bet you've got what it takes. Welcome to nursing, and please be ready to change the world.
Thank you, Sandy, and I think they were smiling because they have their own stories, right? I will tell you, of all of the students I have taken to clinical, this is the best group, and I know Debbie's the same way, to build relationships with these residents. The day one, they were like, "We love this." They didn't love wiping butts. They didn't love doing what they were doing. They loved the people. So they're on the right path already, Sandy, so that's good. All right, so a pinning ceremony is a rite of passage for anyone entering an area of the nursing profession, with certified nursing assistants being the stepping stone to a higher degree in nursing. A pin is awarded as a symbol of identification that dates back to the mid-1800s, when Queen Victoria of England presented Florence Nightingale with a specially made brooch to commend her work during the Crimean War. We will now begin our pinning ceremony, and Principal Ben Murray will introduce the students.
Well, good evening. It is my pleasure to read the names of the students being pinned tonight as certified nurse assistants. Students, please come forward when I read your name. Read names of, oh, that's the direct, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, here we go. Lily Betts. Riley Buckmaster. Ashley Brugger. Wyatt Cole. Samantha Cooper. Angel Marie Daughtry. Chloe Dickerson. Mackenzie Fox. Kira Gentry. Kirsten PJ Gregg. Abigail Grewan. Chauncey Henderson. Lydia Hill. Jessica Loffer. Caitlin Masters. Madeline Miller. Oceana Miller. Natalie Moore. Dawson Mull. Delai Ojeda. Ava Ormsby. Brooke Pease. Ella Scherer. Danielle Falejo. Madison Westgate. Cadence White. Did we get everybody? Also, not in attendance tonight is Lauren Hill. Okay, well, once again, congratulations to all, and I now turn it back to Debbie Blaker.
Students, I want to welcome you to the nursing profession as a certified nursing assistant. Please stand with your programs, turn and face your friends and families as we recite the CNA pledge found on the back of your program. With full knowledge of the responsibilities I am undertaking, I pledge to care for my patients with all the knowledge, skills, and understandings I possess, without regard to race, color, creed, or social status. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, and hold in professional confidence all personal information entrusted to me. Students, you may be seated.
Good evening. I'm Sheila Brugger, an administrative assistant at the Tech Center. Students, please stand holding your candle. The lighting of the lamp by nursing instructors symbolizes the knowledge passed from instructor to the certified nurse assistant. When the modern-day pinning ceremony first began in the mid-1800s, the lamp was a symbol of the care and devotion the nurse administers to the injured and sick during her practice as a nurse. After the nurses were pinned, Florence Nightingale would light a lamp and pass the flame to the graduating nurses. Today, the lamp is also a representation of Nightingale's Rounds at Night, the Lady with the Lamp. This tradition commemorates the heroine of nursing, Florence Nightingale, who was seen in the dark alleys with a lamp while caring for the injured soldiers of the Crimean War. The lamp symbolizes the light that a nurse becomes to her patients, and as a symbol of hope and comfort to those who are suffering. Students, come forward to light the unity candle. As you light the unity candle, united as one in the care of mankind, we ask that you take this light into the world as you give comfort, compassion, hope, and peace to those you care for. Students, once you've extinguished your individual candles, please turn and face the audience in a single file line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the LISD Tech Center
2022 Certified Nursing Assistants. Parents and families, if you would like to come forward and take a picture of the entire group, you're welcome to do so. And then we'll have some closing remarks. Students, please return to your seats. And with some closing remarks, welcome Jenny Heath, Executive Director of CTE and Secondary Programs.
So what a night to celebrate. I'm so excited and proud of each and every one of you. But before we let you leave tonight, I want you to think back to that morning, the first morning of clinicals. I can see your faces, right? Some of you were nervous. Some of you were scared. Some of you maybe didn't even want to show up or get out of your car in the morning, but you had that feeling of being uncomfortable, right? And so I want you to think about how much you grew, though, from those 3 days of clinicals, from being uncomfortable. You know, I was talking to Sandy Place before the ceremony started tonight, and she can remember that very first time she walked into a patient's room alone. So whatever makes you uncomfortable is really your biggest opportunity for growth. So when you leave here tonight, make sure you take the time to try new things, to take risks, to put yourself in new situations, because you are going to grow into amazing people and do amazing things, just as Sandy said. As you think about the skills and the knowledge that both Lisa and Debbie taught you, those are wonderful things and wonderful things that you can share with your patients. But the thing that they're going to remember the most is the character you exhibit. So go forward and be kind, be compassionate, and have empathy for others, because we know that they deserve it as well. So I want to congratulate each of you on your accomplishments of earning your CNA certification. Let's give them one more round of applause.